Is there anything you need to let go of in your life? Any sticky thought or feeling, such as regret, shame, guilt, troublesome memories of the past? Anything? If so, please stick with me until the end of this video so you learn 5 different ways to let go. Hi there, meditator. Welcome to episode 22 of Master Your Mind Daily, your daily source of inspiration for all things meditation, anxiety, and personal growth. My name is Giovanni Dinstmann. I am the author of Practical Meditation and the writer behind liveandthere.com, one of the top 5 most visited meditation blogs on the planet. And today I'm here to talk about letting go. But first I want to hear from you. What is the one thing you most need to let go of in your life right now? Please write it in the comments. So the first tip for letting go is developing clarity. And there are many questions that help you develop clarity. But we're going to focus only on 2 questions today. The first one is, how is this attachment slowing you down? How is this thing that you're not letting go of, be it regret, fear, your past, how is that thing slowing you down in life? In other words, if you're able to let it go once and for all and move on from it, what will become possible for you? How will life be different once you let go? And this question is very important because if we don't know how much these attachments, these sticky thoughts are slowing us down, then we don't have the necessary fuel to overcome them. So the first step with clarity is understanding how this attachment is hurting you. And then the second question, which may surprise some people, is how is this attachment serving you? You may say, no, it's not serving me. It's a bad thing. I want to let go. But the truth is, if you really want to let go, you will be able to let go. And if you haven't been able to let go so far, it's because you are deriving some sort of benefit from this regret, from this fear, from this grief, from ruminating about the future or thinking about the past. You must be getting some sort of benefit. It must be serving something in your life. Otherwise, if it was 100% only bad, you would let go of it. You would have let go of it already. So what I'm saying is you need to develop clarity about how you are sabotaging your letting go process. And this question, how is this attachment serving me, is a way to see that. If you look inside right now, can you see how this attachment is serving you? If so, please write it in the comments so that we all can learn from each other. The second element, the second tip in letting go is releasing blame. Blame never fixes anything. Blame is just something that we do to get some emotional satisfaction. We say, I am suffering this thing because of that person, because of you, because of the economy, because of the new law, because of whatever. We blame. And we blame because we need to find some emotional satisfaction. That's why we blame. But blaming is useless. Blaming is a trap. As long as you are in the blaming trap, you cannot let go. Because you have not taken responsibility for your feelings and for your thoughts. So it is very important, if you want to let go, that you release blame. That doesn't mean that you approve of what the other person did. That doesn't mean that there was nothing wrong. That doesn't mean that it was your fault. All that means is that you make a strong decision that you will stop looking at how this is not your fault, and you will start looking at what you can do about it right now so that you don't suffer it anymore. I heard this metaphor one day that I think is perfect, and that it is, blame is like drinking rat poison and expect the rat to die. Yes, maybe the rat is the real problem, and maybe the rat poison is the real solution, but you drinking the rat poison would not get you to your goal. So I urge you, my friend, to release blame. Make a decision right now to release blame so that you can get your power back and move on. You can't move on as long as you're blaming other people. Just like you can't move forward with your car as long as you have the handbrake on. So first element was clarity. Second element is releasing blame. The third element is closing your thought loops. So thought loops are those thoughts that they keep looping, never ending. They keep repeating themselves. It's kind of the same thought that you had yesterday and the day before and the week before and maybe even the year before. And they keep on repeating in your mind, and they don't bring anything new. They don't push you to action. They don't teach you anything. They just waste mental space and energy. And as long as your energy and time is spent in these thoughts of regret, of fear, of attachment, resentment, then a lot of your energy is trapped. And then of course you feel more tired. Of course you don't feel full of life. Of course you don't have the energy and the headspace needed to focus on your goals, on your values, on what's important for you. Because your energy is trapped. So how do you close these thought loops? These thought loops are thoughts like, what if I had? Why did that happen? What if this? What if that? So usually thoughts starting with why or what if, they start a thought loop. So there are many ways to deal with these thought loops. And in my course on letting go that you can find on liveinthere.com, I teach several ways to deal with these thought loops. But today, in this video, I'm going to briefly talk about one exercise called the letter writing exercise. This is, you get a pen and paper or a Word file, whatever is better for you. But pen and paper for this exercise would be ideal. And then you just go flow of consciousness. You just go and write everything, all your thoughts about the situation that is sticking in your mind, all your thoughts, all your feelings. Give yourself time, give yourself permission to write without editing, without censorship. Just put your whole mind and heart on the paper. Leave no stone unturned. See all the feelings, all the thoughts, recognize them, and just keep on writing. And when you feel you're done, you will most likely feel that these thoughts, these feelings now have left you, and they are on the paper. Like that paper contains everything. You don't need to keep thinking about it. And then this paper, this letter, you can go and read it to a friend that you can trust to get greater perspective on it. Or you can go and read that letter to yourself multiple times until you get to the point that you're sick of it. You cannot think of it anymore. You're done, saturated. Or you can burn the letter in a kind of a ritual that you're making, that you're doing, symbolizing that is done. It's finished. And there's more to it than that, but it's a very detailed and long exercise. That's what I can cover in this short video. But it's enough for you to try it and already have some benefit from it. And if you want more, then you can get the course. So first was clarity, second was releasing blame, third is closing your thought loops, and fourth is take a break. Take a break. There are environments and people who trigger those thoughts in you. Maybe certain places, maybe certain songs, movies, people, sentences, books, whatever it is that triggers those feelings, those thoughts, that past that you want to let go of. Take a break from it for a few days. And it's not about running away, because you won't be able to run away from triggers. But it's about getting some distance for some time so that you can get perspective, so that you can stop being triggered for a while and then learn how to better process those feelings, that past. So that is very helpful. And then the fifth tip that I have for you today about how to let go is what I call recognizing without contracting. Okay, so let me explain this. Letting go is nothing but your ability to relax and accept. If you think about it, anything that you're not letting go of are things that you're holding on to and you need to release. Are things that you cannot accept, you cannot swallow, you cannot process, and you need to accept. So letting go equals relaxation plus acceptance. When you relax in your body, you let go of tensions in your muscles. When you relax in your mind, you let go of tensions of thoughts. You let go of thoughts that you were holding on to. If you learn this, if you learn how to really relax, open up, let it go, accept, then you can move on. And you know what? For the rest of your life, things will happen that you will need to move on from. Things will happen and you will do things that you will need to forgive yourself. And people will do things and you will need to forgive them. For the rest of our lives, things will happen that we will need to let go and move on from. So it is worth it to spend some time developing this skill of letting go, of learning how to release the tension in the mind. So let me make this a little bit more concrete. Let's say that you did something in your past that you really regret. And every time you think about it, you kind of cringe. Right? So there you go, there's the contraction. And you cannot accept that you did that silly mistake. Now, recognizing without contracting would be that you are able to remember that you did that mistake. And instead of contracting into regret, instead of cringing, you accept with an open heart that, okay, I'm human. I made that mistake. I have learned from it. I would do things differently now. But I made a mistake and it's okay now. Right? So as you talk to yourself like that and you release that tension in your body and in your mind, and you accept that those mistakes are part of living and part of growing, then you have all the ingredients for letting go. And some people have a certain resistance to acceptance. They feel that acceptance is weak, it's passivity, it's endorsing. But acceptance is nothing like that. Acceptance is seeing things as they are, accepting reality as it is. You don't fight with reality. You start with reality as it is. That doesn't mean you cannot change it. You can change it. Acceptance doesn't mean you just, passively say, whatever, there's nothing I can do about it. Acceptance is not disempowering. Acceptance just means I'm not going to fight with reality. I'm going to accept that this is what it is and that this is what happened, and then I'm going to go from there. I can make an effort to change reality or to change myself. That's fine and that's noble. But I always make that effort starting from a point of relaxation and acceptance. Then you save your energy and you can really make changes. Now, if you have any sticky thoughts, if you have things that you need to let go of and you haven't been able to, be it regret, shame, guilt, fears, resentment, whatever it is, grief, a past relationship, it's very important that you let go of it so that you can be more present in the moment, more available for a new future, and living more fully. So I urge you to practice these 5 tips. And if you want a step-by-step process that goes much, much deeper than these 5 tips and also gives you all the guided meditations to practice this in your daily life, then I recommend you join my Letting Go, Letting Be online course. So in summary, we need to let go of things such as regret, resentment, shame, guilt, grief for our past, troublesome memories. And meditation is very helpful with that. There are 5 key elements for letting go, among many other practices. Clarity, which is knowing how that attachment is slowing you down, and also how is it serving you, because that's how you're sabotaging yourself. Then releasing blame, because only when you release blame is that you can take your power back and move on from it. Closing your thought loops through the letter writing exercise. Taking a break for a while from all those triggers so that you can see things clearly and you can recollect your energy. And then finally learn to recognize without contracting. And that means acceptance and relaxation. Be aware of whatever happened, but relax with that knowledge and accept it. Then you can let go. Do you know of anyone who needs to let go of something and would appreciate this message? Maybe it's a friend, colleague, family member. Almost all of us know someone like that. Consider sharing this video with them or in your social media in general, because I feel this message is very helpful for anyone who needs to let go of anything. It's an empowering message and they will thank you. And this is video 22 of a series of 100 videos that I'm making called Master Your Mind Daily. If you want to make sure that you don't miss any of the future videos, then follow and like the Facebook page of Live in There, or subscribe to my YouTube channel if that's where you're watching. I hope you have found this helpful. Feel free to leave any comments and any questions for me to address in future videos. And if you want to learn more about letting go, check out the course that I'm going to link in the description. Happy growing.